Welcome to today's match. I'm Jonathan Agnew and it's a pleasure to be joining you today.
There's plenty of cloud cover overhead. We'll have to see what the weather decides to bring us here today. Joining me in the commentary box for this match is Tony Gregg. And you were out in the middle earlier. Tony, how does the pitch look?
Well, thanks, Jonathan. This pitch is absolutely superb. An excellent cricket wicket. The groundsman's done a fine job. It's hard and fast, so the ball will come onto the bat nicely. But there's also plenty of bounce for the bowlers, with the ball carrying nicely through to the wicketkeeper at around about waist height. The wrist spinners should really enjoy bowling on it.
As usual, the toss is crucial, so let's get down there to see who calls correctly. Looks like they'll be coming out to bat then. The captain's made his call, and now it's up to his team to produce the goods. Well, we're here today, and we should be in for an interesting match.
These two opening batsmen really need to set the tone at the top of the order. If they lose wickets cheaply early on, it could lead to a collapse.
Batsmen are looking for two.
They're appealing.
It looks like the third umpire's been called in on this one. There's the signal, he's safe. Do you think there's more variety in spin bowling now than there ever has been in the past?
The variety in spin bowling these days is interesting. Certainly there's quite a bit of it. We've got Shane Warne on the one hand down in Australia. We've got Mathia Muralidharan bowling absolutely brilliantly for Sri Lanka. And then there is the next crop of spinners, and there are quite a lot of those too. Guys like Victoria in New Zealand, and of course plenty of others around the world, not quite as good as the first two that I mentioned. I'm not too sure it's around, and it is very, very good for the game. The spinners can often slow the scoring rate, so now would be a good time to introduce them into the attack.
Right out of the top draw.
He looks in fine form.
The crowd really enjoyed that.
Batsmen are coming back for 2.
He sent him back. There's trouble.
The umpires.
There's the red light. Yep, he's out.
You can't afford to hesitate. If it's a tight run, the slightest indecision can prove expensive.
So it's a left-right combination at the crease now.
Out. No, he's dropped it.
Eight scored off the over then. Five off the over. He really struck that hard. Batsmen are looking for 2.
They're in disarray.
2 more picked up. How important is it for a team to have an all-rounder these days, Tony?
Well, I might be a little bit biased, but I think that all-rounders have always been a vital part of the makeup of any team. The more of them you can have, the more batting depth you have and the more bowling depth you have. And of course, all-rounders tend to be quite talented in all departments, and therefore they're not going to let you down in the field. So I think that even more so these days, the one-day game, for example, requires more batsmen, because that allows the top-end batsmen to have a bit of a go. Even if you lose your wicket, there's going to be someone down the order to help you out, especially if you've got a few all-rounders. The other thing is that it seems to me these days that the tail are taking things far more seriously. And so if you have some good middle-order players to back with the tail, you're going to make a big difference to your totals in all the matches in which you play. So nothing's changed. In fact, it's probably even more important these days to have good all-rounders.
Four.
Oh, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
Edged. Good shot. A good stop too.
That brings the innings to a close. He's getting a polite round of applause as he makes his way to the pavilion.
Now it's up to the bowlers to see what they can do on this pitch.
The quick bowler to start the first over.
Edged.
Super shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it.
He's certainly not hanging around. Batsman coming back for a second. Facing Lillian Thompson must have been an eye-opening experience, Tony, but would it have changed much if you'd been afforded the protective equipment used today?
Well, facing Lillian Thompson certainly was a wonderful experience. There were occasions when one feared for one's life, I suppose. However, as a youngster, I suppose you take a very positive attitude to that sort of challenge. It would have been a bit different had we had the protective equipment that they have today. However, that is with hindsight. One of the things that does happen without any protective equipment is that you have to keep your eye on the ball. And I think a lot more players these days are actually hit on the head because they have this protection. And while there is still a chance of being injured, there is not a chance of being injured quite as badly. So we had to keep our eye on the ball and did. And so it was fun, and certainly a lot of fun with hindsight. captain needs to think about saving some overs from his best bowlers for the closing stages of the innings.
The ball just runs out into...
Got him!
Let's have a look at that from another angle. New batsman at the wicket for India.
Required run rate's only 3 and over.
Well, that's a superb shot. That's raced away for 4.
Oh, lovely timing. He played that beautifully.
A big slog and 6.
Smashing shot. Really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
Edged.
An expensive over for Australia, that one. Fast bowler to start a new over.
Edge to slip.
Maiden over for the bowler.
Dropped.
Another chance goes begging.
That's it, it's all over. The winning team have done well here today. They came out looking to win this match, and that's just what they've done.